Hi, I'm Kate and I'm here to do a Christmas Stormbreak with you. Now, this activity is all about relationships. Christmas is a time filled with fun, excitement and the joy of sharing moments with special people. But sometimes the relationship we have with those people can become tricky. Now, we know that relationships can break down, but they can also be repaired. And when we listen to other people and feel listened to, it can help us to reconnect. Now, this activity is all about connections, making a connection with nature, with ourselves and our emotions, and connections with the people around us. This activity is called Christmas trees, and you don't need to be outside, but you do need a little bit of imagination. Okay, so find yourself a little bit of space, and what we're going to do is imagine that we are going to choose a Christmas tree. So we're going to walk into the forest. Let's start by just gently walking on the spot. Brilliant, okay. Now I want you to try and think about what is happening underneath your feet. Slow right down. Can you imagine twigs crackling underneath your feet? Maybe the leaves that you're treading on as well. Can you feel the twigs? Can you feel it being uneven on the ground? Excellent, well done. Now let's just warm up our feet and ankles by rocking forwards onto your tiptoes. Ooh, it's a bit tricky, so if you can try and keep your balance. And then we're going to go back onto our heels. So see if you can just lift your toes up and balance on your heels. I think that's even harder. Okay, ooh. Right, forward onto your toes again. And back on your heels. Ooh. Forward onto toes and back onto heels. Oh, that's really tricky. Okay, let's go back to our gentle walk through this forest. And now really use your imagination to think about what the forest might look like feel like, even smell like. Is it cold in your forest? Are you wrapped up warm while you go looking for your Christmas tree? Is the sun shining even though it's cold? Perhaps there's dappled sunlight coming through the branches. Can you hear anything? Are there any sounds? Can you hear birds in the trees? Can you hear the crunching of the leaves and twigs under your feet? Okay, well done. Now, picture in your mind your favourite looking Christmas tree. Is it going to be a small one? Or is it going to be huge? Well, let's think about that tree and how it started its life. We're going to come down and make a seed. So curl up as small as you can. And now your seed is going to start to grow. Very, very slowly. It's going to just push its way through the soil. Tiny little fronds reaching up to the sunlight. Maybe catch a bit of rain as well. And very slowly, it's going to start to grow. Reaching up to the sky. And finally standing and waving in the breeze. Well done. Now let's see just how good your Christmas tree is at balancing. What we're going to do now is take one foot and position it on the inside of the other leg. Ooh, just see if you can hold this pose now. Oh, it's tricky, just try and keep going. Well done. Let's swap sides. You might find it easier on the other leg, you might find it harder. Ooh, here we go. Hold that pose. Well done. These Christmas trees are balancing, standing strong. Fantastic, well done. Now, we found our tree. It's our perfect Christmas tree. But what we need to do now is chop it down so we can take it home. So we're going to do that using our magic wood chopper breath. And to do that, we're going to raise our arms above our head. And as we bring them down, we're going to make a ha sound. So, are you ready? Let's chop this tree down. Deep breath in. Ha! Fantastic. And again. Ha! And again. Ha! And once more. Ha! Excellent, well done. Your tree is finally chopped down, and that means it's going to fall. So very, very slowly and gently, your tree is now going to fall to the ground. And as you come down, get yourself into a nice comfortable position, whether you're lying on the ground or seated on a chair. Get yourself comfortable. Okay, hopefully you've settled now in a really comfortable position. And I want you now to put one hand on your chest and one on your tummy, and we're going to breathe. So now if you shut your eyes, we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And keep going. As you do this, see if you can really focus on your chest rising, but also your tummy rising as well. We're seeing if we can get your breath to go all the way down to the bottom of your tummy. Well done. Now, take your hand and place it on the back of somebody who's with you now. And if you're doing this on your own, you keep going, but remember to try and do this later on when you're back around people in your family. So put your hand on their back and see if you can concentrate on their back moving up and down as they breathe. And think about how it feels to be connected to that person like that. Is that a nice feeling? Then swap over, get them to put their hand on your back while you're doing your breathing. And think about how it feels to have their hand on your back. Do you feel supported, loved and cared for? Now, I really hope you enjoyed exploring these magical connections today. And over Christmas, we can experience the joy of belonging, of sharing together, and of kindness and warmth. Have a wonderful Stormbreak Christmas, and we'll see you again very soon.